you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can be notified when I go live or upload a new video, and please like this video. We're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers so we can have our gift card giveaway. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. I want to let you guys know that the lunch on summer giveaways on Thursday will resume this Thursday, which is tomorrow night. So I want to encourage you guys to join that live and for your chance to win the lunch on summer. So we will be going live tomorrow at between 8 and 8:30. So we will see you there. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I do want to say before I do begin this video, I want to put some disclaimers out there that I'm going to be as respectful as I can to both Von, his children, his family. I'm also going to ask you guys to send out a lot of prayers for them. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So today's video is about a family, Dre McCray, Von MCcray. She goes by Slay with Dre on social media. The couple married, I believe, in 2015. She had already had 2 daughters from a previous relationship or previous marriage. The couple ended up having a son of their own, and the couple appeared to be really happy. Around 2017, she became a social media influencer where she was doing makeup tutorials. She was, doing, she just seemed very bubbly, very happy, outgoing, and this ended up giving her a huge following. Because the people, they really liked her. Her husband, he started also joining in on the videos. They would start doing cooking videos, and they were able to bring in over 639,000 followers, and the couple, they really seemed to be happy in these videos. Allegedly, Von was honorably discharged from the Army due to a knee injury. The couple began to gain some weight because, he's just got out of the Army. He became a stay-home dad. And Dre also was packing on some weight. And so Dre ended up putting the family on an alkaline and vegan diet. I honestly am not too familiar with this diet, but Von began allegedly having issues. There, are videos where Dre stated that Von was having seizures, and you could clearly hear him in the background as she was attempting to fix the issue on her own with these home remedies. Now, out of Dre's own words, Von had had seven seizures. And despite this man having 7 seizures, she did not call for help. With many of these DV, and you guys know what I'm talking about, situations, we know that one way that they can gain control is through your finances. They take your wallet, they take your phone, and it is believed that this is how Dre was able to control her husband, allegedly. His health began to deteriorate despite his pleas. I believe he was trying to get help for himself. He was trying to get out of a toxic relationship. He was trying to just get himself away from this situation. Around May 23rd, 2022, Von was admitted to the hospital and placed on life support and in a coma. It was said that he attempted to, he attempted to, himself. Dre told her followers that there was no brain activities and they advised her to pull the plug, but she refused. Dre refused to allow Von's parents to see Von until recently. The parents did obtain an attorney, and through the attorney were recently allowed a visit with Von. Dre claimed that legally Von's mother gave him up. She gave up custody. He was adopted to his grandmother. I'm not sure exactly why or how that happened. There's a lot of speculation going on around that. That, and it could have just been a case where the mother had to, legally make the grandmother legally responsible for him because something else may have been going on. We don't know. But Dre is putting it out there that, because the mother had, to give him to the grandmother and let the grandmother adopt him, that she didn't even raise him. Von's mother, she denies this. She says she did raise Von. Allegedly, Von's mom and Dre just, they didn't get along. I think that, and I'm not sure. I can only say this is my opinion. It could be that his mom, is like a lot of moms. She wants better for her children. She wants to see him in a better relationship. She wants to see him happy. But, a lot of times it's you get into these relationships and this is how they divide the family. They put things in your head and make you believe one thing that is going on that's not even going on. And so this is how you can break up and keep this person away from their family. Many of us know, like I was saying, that in any DV relationship, that it is one of the very first things they do is to take you away from your family. And they'll do it any way they can. Any way they can, they will, they'll put it in your head like, okay, well, look what your mom did, or look what your dad did. And, that's, and then it's kind of like gaslighting you. And until you just, finally you're like, okay, well, and you believe what they're telling you. There are so many videos where the children are telling Dre that they're hungry, they're thirsty, since they were put on this diet, that they're telling her that they're hungry, and she's sitting there, she's eating her little cantaloupe, and they're telling her they're hungry, and she's ignoring their pleas. There are so many disturbing things about this case. This video is just an introduction. Although many of you may have already been aware of this case, a lot of you guys might have already heard about this. I want us to discuss it in upcoming videos. There are so many videos that I plan to show and break down and discuss with you guys. If you will, and I'm going to say this several times throughout this video, please pray for Von. Pray for these kids. She literally records him as he's laying in a coma. Okay? She'll stand there in her little pretty cute dress, and she'll say, somebody screenshot me because I'm just so cute. and shot me. And you could see Vaughn in the background laying there. And she's worried about the outfit she is wearing. Um, there are, videos where you see her with him, and the minute she tries to talk to him, he turns his head. Like, you could tell that, in my opinion, he looks, even though he's in a coma, he's very he's uncomfortable, very uncomfortable with her right there in his ear. And also, I did hear, allegedly, the father of the two girls that, by the previous relationship, had filed paperwork to sue for some kind of emergency removal of the kids, for custody, so he can take custody of the kids. I did hear that she hasn't been able to be served these papers because she's just not, she's taking off, she's not, she's trying to keep from being served. So also, keep these kids in your prayers because, in future videos, we're going to dig deeper into these videos in this case. So stay tuned. There's a lot more that we're going to cover in future videos. So like I said, this video is just an introduction. So to just, to introduce some of you guys to this case that are not familiar. This is a case that's been dragging out for months, and we're just now reporting on it, and we are going to try to just break it down the best we can. Now somebody on TikTok had, and some people have said that it was his mom who was a family member who put this out, but I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna pinpoint and say who put this out. But there is something that somebody put out, and I want to read it to you guys. It's called Imagine. Imagine you want to get away but can't. Imagine being stuck in a marriage you want to leave but have a child. Imagine you decided the only way out was to, you know what? Imagine being in a hospital for months and the only person that's over you is the one you tried to get away from. Imagine they release you to go home and the person that's over your care is the person you tried to get away from. Imagine that person says you're too much to take care of, so you end up in a nursing home. Imagine you have family that wants to take care of you, but the person you tried to get away from says no. Imagine. You just can't get away. So basically, as of today, there are rumors that he has passed away, but no one really knows for sure, because nobody is allowed to have access to, when they call, nobody is allowed to know anything except for Dre. It seems like nobody really knows where the children are. And so it's a sad situation all the way around. So I want to play some videos for you guys and just give you guys a little background on what happened and what's going on.
If they don't give you strong pain medication, let me know. I'll go to Mexico Like, and I told him, if they start asking you what you're taking for your seizures, just say valerian root. That's it. Keep it simple. Because it's not like it's gonna matter anyways, you know. It, it, they don't really be paying attention to all the crap that we mentioned that he takes. And besides that, that doesn't even matter, you know. So I want Juan to spend as little amount of time explaining himself as possible. So keep it simple. What do you use for seizures? Valerian root. That's it. Like, we don't need to go through the whole spiel and tell them everything, because that's not what we're here for.
So here we hear her kind of coaching him on what to say about what he needs to tell, I guess, the doctors on what is happening and what he is taking for the seizures. She's coaching him. And probably by this time, she has him so under her influence that he is probably just trying to go along with anything. You know, at this point, this woman has his child if he leaves. She has his finances. She's and it doesn't, and you wonder how this happens to a grown man. But we see that this doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual thing. It happens slowly. And this is how, you know, and we say that, you know, this is, we see so many women going through this that we fail to understand that men also go through this too. This can also happen to men. And it's a sad situation. I think we can all take something away from this situation, even from the situation with Nature Boy and the tribe. We need to take something away from this, especially young people. It doesn't matter how much you love somebody, it doesn't matter how much you trust somebody. You can love them, you can trust them all you want, but people change. And you better be ready when that change happens. If that change happens. Dre, she was not the same person. She appeared to be a totally different person when they met. And then over time is when she changed. Now, I don't know if she has always been this way and she just, you know, this is how they work, you know, gradually. This is because, you know, he's not going to see it right away, because she's not going to let him see it right away. She is gradually going to work her little spells, her magic, until he feels trapped, and then he feels that there's no way out. And so no matter what, no matter how much you really think you know someone, no matter how much you trust them, no matter how much you love them, always protect yourself first. Always think ahead. Okay, if later on in life something happens, you know, I'm not going to allow this person to take me away from my family. If this person is not encouraging a relationship with me and my family, if this person wants to control the finances, if this person wants my phone, if this person is trying to control my health, what I eat, there's something wrong here. Get away from that situation as quickly as possible. Always be 2 steps ahead. Because, and like I said, how and this is that we need to discuss this. How do you protect yourself when from someone who you think that they're one way, but they're a totally different person, and they don't show you that until they gradually show you this until it's too late, and it's your money is gone, your phone is gone, you've already denounced your family, and you're stuck feeling like, okay, well, I can't just turn to my family because, I've already said so many hurtful things to them and about them. They would never take me back. And this is probably what they think. And which is probably the furthest thing from the truth. I believe if he had turned to his family would have absolutely been there in a heartbeat. But their way of thinking is that, no, I don't believe that, because she's probably telling him all of this stuff gradually over the years. They don't care about you. I'm the only one that cares about you. I'm your wife. I'm all you need. And it's a sad, sad situation. Let's move on.
He's had 7 seizures. We've been praying all night. Bella was helping me a lot, but she got tired, and I told her it's okay to go to bed. His seizures, at first they were 48 minutes apart, and then the first one was 48 minutes apart.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, why don't you call an ambulance? I don't, maybe I'm wrong. You sit there, you watch somebody have a seizure 7 times. They're moaning in the background. They obviously need help, okay? And what do? You turn on a camera and you proceed to tell people that he's having a seizure 7 times and you're so tired. Instead of picking up a phone to call for help. That blows my mind. And there's something, in my opinion, that's suspicious about that. Why would you not, if you say you love your husband, you care about your husband, why would you not call for help? I don't understand it. But that's just me. I mean,
Look, I am crazy. Matter of fact, you better believe my behavior is gonna be erratic all the time, boo. This is why I didn't show my husband my crazy until I got married, okay?
this is why she calls herself Slay with Dre. Because she's always wielding that knife around, okay? In almost a lot of videos, she's got some kind of a knife wielding it around, and you hear her say out of her own mouth that her husband did not know about her cray, okay? He did not know, and she trapped her husband. And he did not know about her cray until after they were married. And then it got cut off, but she proceeded to then say that she trapped her husband. She trapped him.
Or different. I feel like just the fact that y'all might know something, I don't know. Listen, I'm so thankful to my admins for keeping me oblivious to crap. Because I'm just like, I'm here living my best life in McCray Island, oblivious. You might even say ignorant, like, I'm good.
She's out here living her best life, and her husband is in a coma. So next, we're going to listen to some audio of things that were transpiring and things that were happening in this family and to Von before the events that led up to basically him being rushed to the hospital in a coma and what led to being put on a life support.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get checked out for my brain. Now, the thing is that that's not until Monday. You know what depression is?
Yeah, I know what depression is.
Right now, I am extremely depressed. I really can't. To me, like to me, it's just the aura is depressing. And in order for me, because to be honest with you, and I'm telling you this with all seriousness, I feel like if I stay in the house again tonight, I might not wake up tomorrow morning. And it's not because I want to hurt myself or harm myself. I'm actually going to get help. I'm a survivor. But I feel like because of the stress, because stress is the #1 killer in America, because of the stress, I think it might cause me to just stop. I don't know. But in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Emotionally, that's what I think.
Come here.
Physically, that's all I can feel.
Rafa, come here.
Even though I don't want to. But that's the only thing that I can do. The only thing I can do is get out of the house. So what I'm gonna do is I've already packed up. I'm gonna leave until Monday. Monday is gonna be the day that I actually get checked out. At that point, then everything else will start coming around. So I'm gonna take off for a while, and then I'll come back. But it's for me to get help, okay? I'm not doing this because I just don't want to be here, or I don't want to help nobody, or anything like that. I want.
So here he makes it 100% clear that he needs to get away from the house. He's trying to explain to his family that he needs help. He needs time to think. And that being in this home is causing him not to get the help that he needs. In his mind, all he is thinking is, I need to get out of this house because I may not wake up tomorrow. And that's not because he wants to do anything to himself, but because he believes that by being in this home is why he may not wake up tomorrow. In my opinion.
Are you gonna be gone for a few days, or are you gonna come around?
I'm gonna be gone till Monday. Monday's when I'll come back.
I hope you know that when you go to a psychiatrist, sometimes it's not immediate help. It takes a series of appointments in order for you to get better. And if you are literally saying that you might not wake up, because that's a hazard. I really think you need to go to a hospital.
No, what I'm trying to tell you is the fact of I'm stressed here. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not really up for discussion, but I'm just letting you guys know what's going on.
It's not up for discussion,
but you literally,
Stop, because
you
you're doing
told,
it right now. I'm literally like,
all I'm doing is talking. That's it.
but you're talking about something that I told you I don't want to talk about.
Marvon, you just told my kids something very heavy that you might not wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're
That
trying
is,
to get me to do something that I don't want to do.
Marvon,
What
that
do
is
you think I
something,
told you when we first got
Marvon,
married?
that is something very serious.
Don't get,
And
why are you staring at me so hard and
I'm looking at you, but I don't think you understand the weight of what you just told them. That is very serious.
Drea, a lot of the stuff that's been going on in this house is very serious that I haven't even been able to open my mouth about, but everybody else knows.
Vaughn.
You understand what that says?
Vaughn.
You heard that right. He's saying there's many things that's going on in this house that's very serious that I can't talk about. And of course she wants him to go to the hospital instead of seeking help on his own, because there she can, in my opinion, that's where she can keep the control. She can control the narrative. You know, what was wrong with him wanting to leave and take a few days to himself to go and get the help that he needed? It's unbelievable.
What do I need to get help with? Oh, you need to go figure that out. Guess what? I'm doing so.
But I already told you, and it's not, our conversations are nowhere near what you're even describing.
I feel like you're not really understanding. The counselors,
Trust me, I understand.
listen, the counselors, the only thing they do is they write down everything you want them to know for the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist then will book an appointment, and then after that, you start your sessions. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, bro. I'm asking every single person.
I know, Marvon.
So please stop.
Please.
Yes,
Vaughn,
stop.
okay, I hope you know that I'm going to call someone now that you're leaving.
I wish I would have just been able to get a hotel room, but you don't want to give me anything. I don't have anything to my name because of you.
For $2,000,
Bro.
$2,000.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen. But, bro, just because I'm asking for it doesn't mean that I'm not going to pay it back, or do I even deserve it?
Fun.
That's what makes it. I feel like shit because I feel like you don't even think I deserve to. But this is why I have to go. This is why I have to leave, Andrea.
I can close the door.
So you guys heard the scuffling in the background, and that was basically, she had claimed that he broke the door, that but we clearly hear him in the background say, "This is why I have to leave." I believe, in my opinion, that maybe it was her that had broke the door, because she was telling people that he became aggressive or whatever, and he broke the door. No, I don't believe that. In my opinion, I don't believe that. But that's just my opinion. I believe that she did something because he was trying to leave. And we hear her also tell him, "Well, if you're going to leave, I'm going to have to call someone." See, this is how they use threats to keep you where they want to keep you under their control. And so that is a very sad situation, that this man felt like he had no way out. So, but Vaughn leaves, right? He leaves, he stays gone, and he asked her, I believe he emailed her, and he asked her, "Can I please borrow $2,000? I will pay you back." Keep in mind that Andrea, she makes pretty good money. She makes a lot of good money. And she controls the money. She wouldn't give him the money. She wouldn't even loan it to him. So he feels like he was forced to have to come back home. So he comes home. Dre, he tells her, I don't want to, I need to have a place to live, but I don't want to really, be with you. I want to do the things I need to do to get help for myself. So, can I please stay in one of the girls' bedrooms? We can kind of like, I guess he was thinking that they could live separately so that, until he can do what he needs to do to get away from there. And she wouldn't let him do that. And so she told him that she wanted him in the bedroom. If he didn't want to stay in the bedroom, that he could go to the den. Now, from what other content creators are saying, is the den is nothing more than a shed. So she put him in a shed. Von allegedly told friends and Dre that he did want to leave. He wanted to leave, but he wasn't ready for a divorce. He wanted her to change. He was noticing, and many of Dre's followers also were noticing, that her behavior had drastically changed. So Dre, she put Von in the den. And so the morning that everything happened, Von woke up around 7:30, came into the house. He brushed his teeth, and then he went back out to the den. Now, my question is that why would he bother to come into the house and brush his teeth if he was planning to do something to himself? Why would he bother to do that? So I guess Dre is saying that he went back out to the den, and then Dre said about 20 minutes later, she went out to the den. And discovered that Von had hung himself. She claimed that she used his knife to cut him down. But she went on to tell her followers that Von had slipped into a coma and life support because of the seizures. She failed to tell them the real reason he was there. Even his own family believed that he was there because of the seizures. Allegedly, Dre instructed the hospital to only give her information about Von and no one else. So whenever the family or his mother or his father would call the hospital, they were not allowed to give them information. So the mom, Von's mom, she had to call the police, and that is when she was able to obtain the police report. And this is how she found out what had really happened to her son. I can't imagine being this man's mother or the father to know that there's nothing that you can do. I can't imagine how they feel. This man, he served our country. He served our country, and he was even denied proper medical treatment. All because this woman wielded around the way she wields around that knife. She was wielding around her marriage certificate and weaponizing it. She was using the law to do this to her husband. I'm his husband. I'm his wife. So I say what goes. And it's just a tragic situation all the way around. And it's just, I didn't even know if I wanted to talk about this because it's so, it's very emotional. It just brings you down. And the fact that, I hope and I pray this man gets justice. I pray that his children are able to get into a safe place and get some food and eat properly. Um, so yeah, we'll discuss this more on Thursday during the live. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. Before we go, there is one last video that I want to share with you guys. Dre has this weird thing where she uses her saliva, and in this video she brags about how she just rubbed her spit all over her husband as he laid there in a coma. You guys leave in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this mess.
My saliva on him. So did. Yesterday, I put my saliva on him. So did. I went all up in my and put it on him. On the top of his head, on his neck, and on his arm.